everybody, it's Hayley. Welcome to week 6 on the 5-2 diet. This week has been a lot easier than last week. I haven't been hungry this week. Last week, if you remember, I was absolutely ravenous and I did find it a struggle on the second fast day. But this week that completely gone away, so I think it was hormonal. This week I've done my fast days on Monday and Thursday, as I have been doing, and found them absolutely fine. Exercise wise this week I've been very active again. I've run about 7.5 miles this week, and I've done sort of a DVD a couple of times, and then I've been for a walk every day as well with the dog and the baby. I've had a couple of non-scale victories this week. So the first was I did my park run, which is a 5-kilometre run that I do every Saturday, which is 3.1 miles. I did that in a personal best again on Saturday, so that I've done it 6 times now, and out of the 6 times I've done it each, apart from the first time I did it obviously, and the second time I did it slower than the first, but every other week I've actually got a personal best, and this week I'd shaved 50 seconds off my previous week. I felt really good. I had a good run, so that's good. And next week I'm hoping, you know, to get the same, roughly the same time or even slightly better. But realistically, I don't think I'm going to be able to shave as much time off. But you know, I'm getting there. To say I've only been running for about 7 weeks or 8 weeks now, and you know, I've shaved 3 minutes. 3 minutes off of my first time. So the first time I did it in 38 minutes and 30 seconds, I think it was, 31 seconds, something like that. And now I can do it in 35 minutes and 34 seconds. So that's like 3 minutes off. So that's really good. I'm happy with that. So that's like a non-scale victory. Also this week I just feel like I look slimmer. Looking in the mirror of my clothes and things, I just feel like I look different this week. I've had somebody actually say to me something like, oh, you know, if you keep going you'll be wasting away and there's going to be no left of you, you know, something like that. And the person that actually said that to me is somebody who is quite close to me. Is usually quite, not critical, but they're very honest. So if you do look fat, they tell you, you know, you've actually said, oh, you used to have quite a big bum, but now you look really good. So you know, so that's another non-scale victory. So I've had a scale victory as well this week. So luckily I'm, you know, lost another pound this week. So I'm really happy with that. So that takes my total weight loss on the 5-2 diet to 7 pounds. My overall weight loss is 45 pounds, which is 3 stone and 3 pounds. So I'm really happy with that. Because I had been getting a little bit disillusioned, particularly last week when, you know, I'd felt like things hadn't gone well. I felt so hungry, and I thought, oh, you know, if this is gonna keep happening, I'm just gonna really struggle to do this diet. But this week it's just been back to normal. So I think, like I've said several times now, I think it's hormonal. The thing is, you know, with me having had a baby, obviously I've been pregnant for 9 months, and then he's 8 months old, and I've not sort of obviously had a period since then. So I've sort of not really remembered what sort of hormones are really for a long time. I've never mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it now. I've actually got PCOS, so you know, it does make it quite difficult to lose weight anyway, apparently, you know, when you read things. So I think it's possible that although, you know, I am trying, you know, to eat healthy and things like that, because I've got PCOS, it can just make the body hang on to food a bit more, and you know, because it can cause problems with sugar and insulin levels and things. So as well as sort of calorie counting, what I've been trying to do as well is not have too many carbs and too many sugars, because I know that can be quite bad for people with PCOS. So I have, you know, been trying to do that. because I got PCOS as well. This might be a little bit of TMI, but we're all friends. Before having my son, I did have irregular periods as well. So what I do is I track my temperature daily, so I can see if there's an ovulation spike. And then I usually can tell when a period will come based on my temperature. So again, that's why when I keep saying, oh, I think it's hormonal, I have had a temperature spike that has lasted about 10 days. So I'm expecting time of the month, or for me, time of the 2 month, to be next week. So next week's going to be a different challenge because, you know, I know when you it is that time of the month, you can get bloating and water retention, and obviously with your hormones you could be hungrier, or you know, want to be less active or be a bit more emotional. So it'll be interesting to see next week what happens. Anyway, so I think I'm going to stop rambling now. So this has been a bit of a longer vlog than normal. Like I said, I hope it's not too much information about the hormones and things, but I just wanted to say it because obviously, you know, the last sort of 2 weeks I haven't lost any weight, and I almost feel a bit, you know, getting on here and talking about, oh, I've not lost any weight, even though I've been active and I have done this and I have done that. It might seem a bit like, you know, well, have you really been doing that though? Because if you'd done all that, then you would, you know, have in theory lost weight. I think another thing to remember, and I have said this before in my first vlog, is that I actually am now at technically a healthy weight for my height. You know, if you use the BMI charts and things, so you know, I'm not technically overweight anymore. So that means that the weight loss might just slow down now because, you know, I've not got as much weight to lose. I'm about 10 pounds away from my goal now. I'm really happy at the moment actually with my figure. When I look in the mirror, I think, yeah, I look okay. So I'm gonna keep going with the diet. If I don't lose any more weight, I'm not going to beat myself up about it, but I don't want to put any weight on. So I think what I'm trying to do is, by losing, say, another 10 pounds, I don't mind if it takes 3 months, you know, to do that. By losing another 10 pounds, it's just going to make me a lot more into that comfortable end, and that if I was to put a couple of pounds on, then I'd just be able to say, oh, I put a couple on, I've got to take them off again. Whereas at the moment, if I put a few on, it could, you know, and then a few more and a few more, then I'd end up back where I was. So I'm just hoping just to knock another about 10 pounds off, and just see what I look like then, and just see how I feel then. But I definitely think the running and the exercise is really what's made me my figure change, because although I don't feel I've lost that much. I know 3 stone sounds a lot, but you've got to remember that the first stone of that was my baby weight. I don't feel like I've lost that much weight as such, but I do feel that my body shape has changed. And I think that, like I say, is down to my running and things. So anyway, I've rambled on a bit, haven't I? So I'm sorry about that. But I'll see you next week for week 7. Bye.